What's the crack, lads? Today we're going to be checking out the brand new free cards from the Nominating Contracts Elite Lineage. I'm going to give you my suggestions on who to sign, and of course I'm going to give you the best training guides. If you don't have a nominating contract, you can get one from the free match pass as you see there after 15 games. Let's get straight into it with the Allister brothers. So obviously they have family ties between these. This is the only 4-star agent in the actual pack, right? So there's 7 cards. Francis Allister is down as a 78 overall DMF. Pretty decent card, I'm not going to lie. His defensive stats are actually really good. He's got blocker and fighting spirit, and this is the build that we've gone for. It's not a card you're going to get too excited for, but I think it's definitely a card to sign. Next up, we have Home Alone star Kevin McAllister. Obviously has a second career going now in eFootball when he gave up the movies. But right back, fullback finisher. Again, another really nice card. However, at a 5-star agent, when you're comparing him with the likes of Timber and Hernandez, who we'll see in a little bit, his stats, while nice, do not track up with those. That's just my opinion. I don't think that this guy is worth the 5-star. 4-star, yes. This is the build that we've gone for with him. I think it's the best build to get the best out of him, but I don't suggest him as a 5-star. And then, of course, we have Alexis McAllister as well. So the Liverpool Maestro is down as 84 overall as a CMF. Very good stats. However, I do feel that his levels, if they were maybe 31, I think it would be better because his speed and acceleration don't go 85. You have to limit yourself with what you're going to do. You can see his build there as well. Again, boys, you can pause this video and rewind it back. I don't want to spend too much time on these cards. I want to just do it quick and give you guys the information. Quinten Timber. All right, now it's starting to heat up a little bit because this guy is pretty decent as well. Again, I feel like he should have been a 4-star contract and he would have been an automatic sign. You can see there that I've got a couple of 4-star contracts. His base stats are not too bad, right? As a box-to-box CMF. But I think he trains up quite poorly, especially the fact that his defensive awareness, which is a massively important stat now, doesn't go to 80, which is the threshold for most centre midfielders. That is his build, but I don't really recommend him either, especially if you have an older card of him or you've already got a fairly good box-to-box in your squad. But I do recommend signing Jurrien Timber. This guy is an absolute monster. One of the best player IDs for a standard base card. What I mean by that is a non-legend, a non-epic card. Excellent. Will not let you down and is very like Koundé. Actually plays very similar to Koundé on the pitch, especially as a fullback finisher. I would have preferred him as a defensive, but he's not really that type of card. Good stats, good skills, but he needs a bit of work, okay? He's definitely not the finished article, but he does have good skills and good stats off the rip. He definitely will need aerial superiority, but we 100% signed him. We trained him up. He takes about, what, 70,000 XP or level training that you're going to have to give him. It's definitely a kind of a nice card for free players. Genuinely, it's a brilliant right back that you can use. His stats are insane once you train him up. You're hitting every key threshold that you could possibly want with this card, including multiple stats into the 90s. The only thing I think you need to probably do is whether you want a bit of physicality on him or you want him to be more attacking. His stats play like a defensive type player, and he's the best of both worlds. There is a bit of a weakness in Theo Hernandez that Timber doesn't have. However, we do need to put a bit of work into him. Like, he's not the finished article, right? He definitely needs heading, and he 100% needs aerial superiority, even as a fullback. I definitely think you'll need that. Now, on to the Hernandez brothers, right? This is Lucas Hernandez, and straight away when I saw him, I was like, he's an instant buy. He's an extra front man, which is a very rare centre-back that has really good stats off the rip, including all his defensive capabilities can go into the 90s. However, yet again, I think they've given him too little stats and too little skills and too little levels, which is the big killer of him. None of these cards have boosters. So you're not going to be able to compete with the likes of Rijkaard or Cannavaro, who I think are the best CBs in the game at the moment. Let me know who you think is the best CB, because I will be doing a new tier list. So get in touch in the comments below and let me know who you think the best centre-backs in the game are at the moment. I get asked a ton lately. But he's got a good card. It's definitely a good card. His defensive awareness goes over 85, which is decent. His speed and acceleration is decent. His tackling, aggression, and defensive engagement is decent. I just feel like his levels let him down a little bit because you can have no real... Like, his biggest one is jump and physical contact, right? It's a very nice key stat to have with him. There's his build there. As you can see on the screen, feel free to pause the video on any of the builds. And then, of course, we are going to sign Theo Hernandez. I love this guy, man. I love this guy. If I did not have an unbelievable squad and an unbelievable left back in Roberto Carlos, who's an automatic starter for me, this guy is... he is the real deal, right? Every one of his cards is an issue when I play against him. Him and Koundé, I find, I would prefer to come up against Thuram at the moment versus Koundé, lads. I don't know, is that me being crazy, or is it that the buffing going on with the game and the balancing going on with the game at the moment has just gone to the next level? But I've been really struggling against Koundé lately compared to Thuram or any of the big boys, and Hernandez kind of fits into that as well. Obviously, he's a free-to-play epic type card for free-to-play players. If you haven't spent much on the game, he can do a job for you. Again, you've hit all the thresholds, and he's actually he's quite defensive for a card that has got such attacking skills. Does he compare with the big boys, Roberto Carlos? Obviously, he's going to be taller, he's going to be stronger, he's going to be more physically active on the pitch. But I just think that if you have got Carlos or any left back, it's just an unfair comparison. But that is it, boys. That is it for the Elite Lineage. I would have really loved a Thuram card with his son, Marcus Thuram. You know, have Lilian Thuram even as a low-rated or a low-leveled legend, right? It would have been really nice. But let me know what you guys think of this. Check out the channel if you haven't already. If you're new here, getting a lot of new subscribers. Thank you for the follows. And keep up to date with daily content. Keep up to date with the streams every Monday, Thursday, and Friday. And I will talk to you in a bit. Let me know who you signed. But I think these are the two best boys.